I just got back from the DMV. I'm feeling a bit traumatized, like I need to decompress. I got my upgraded license renewal with Real ID, and the process itself was pretty okay, pretty easy and efficient. Just the people that work there. Oh my gosh. As a person who's really uncomfortable talking to people and is nervous and overly friendly when I'm nervous, I'm I'm always greeting them. Good morning, hello, and I got nothing. I got deadpan every time I had to talk to someone there. Uh, Good morning, and they look at me like they looked really sad and depressed and miserable, hating their life. Now it is Monday morning. I'm assuming they've got the Monday blues a little bit, and plus they probably hate their jobs. You know, I did Google because I was curious as to how much the people probably are getting paid there, and it seems like they make only about $50,000 to $60,000 a year, or even less than that. And isn't that considered poverty level, especially living in LA where rent is $2,000 generally a month? So I understand that it's not fun, and um, their life is probably not a lot of fun. The system's keeping them down. But the lack of friendliness, I wouldn't necessarily say it was rudeness, but it was lack of friendliness. Like, don't talk to me. I'm not your friend. You do what I say, like they're doing you a service. I was a little bit repulsed by. I was working with a woman. She was very distant and unfriendly. She also talked like this. She talked so quietly that I could not hear. With all the noise that was going on in the room, it was very busy. She talked very quietly, and I had to keep saying, "Sorry, excuse me." Ugh, um, and she didn't get the hint. She didn't raise her voice at all. I don't know, but someone came over, a customer, or someone trying to get help, and he asked her a question in Spanish, and she just said, "I don't speak Spanish," and didn't direct him anywhere where he could get help in Spanish. It just seemed very dismissive and kind of rude. I mean, this is LA, for God's sake. At least know where you can direct someone when they need help in Spanish. I did have an appointment, and I had all of my paperwork in order. I got pre-approved, scanned in all my IDs and my birth certificate, my rental agreement, and my phone bill that show that I am a resident of Los Angeles. And those were pre-approved online. I also had to present them there, and then they scrutinized them again, but seemed to pass okay. When I first got there, there was this crazy long line, and I was waiting in the line because I didn't know I didn't have to. I Googled, and do I have to wait in line if I have an appointment at the DMV? And they said, yes, there may be a line. So I waited. But then it got close to 9 a.m., my appointment time, and I asked the woman who was friendly behind me to please hold my place in case I have to get back in line. I went up to the front. I asked the guy at the door, do I need an appointment? Do I need to wait in this line if I have an appointment? And he said, no. What time's your appointment? 9. It was 9 o'clock. He directed me right in. So first thing to know, make your appointment online. And when you get there, go to the door and ask them, tell them you have an appointment, and they will usher you in. And then there's this long line waiting, and you get to skip that. But bring all your paperwork, bring your old license. I am 61 now. My old picture does not look like me at all. I will show you. But I had to get a fingerprint, your right thumbprint. I had to pass an eye test, which was just a little cardboard sign, and read the lines, and cover one eye and cover the other eye. And I passed, although it was a little scary. I think my right eye was a little scary, but I acted confident, like, oh yes, this is easy. So yeah, got to pass an eye test. You have to present all your paperwork. She asked for my old ID. She took my fingerprint. Finally got through with her. Oh, I had to pay. I had to answer some questions on a little iPad. Is all your information correct? Yes, it was. So I okayed that and had to pay $45 currently in Los Angeles for an upgraded renewal with Real ID. $45, which isn't bad. And I got sent to the photo line. When you get to the photo line, you present them with, oh, you get a temporary driver's license, a piece of paper that says you passed all the stuff. Here's your temporary license. You get that piece of paper, go to the line for photos, give that to the person at the photo line, do your thumbprint, step back, do your photo. They made me take my glasses off for the photo. I'm not sure how I'm going to look in the photo. I didn't get to look at it, but I'm going to look like this, evidently. And yeah, afterward, I was so glad to get out of there. They said, oh, 2 weeks in the mail. Thank you. You're done. I don't even know if they said thank you. I said, thank you so much, which I tend to do because I'm nervous. Instead of just thank you, I always nervously say, thank you so much. And then I said, bye. And then as I was saying bye, she was already next. The photo lady was a little friendlier than the other lady, but oh man, the stress. But it's done, and evidently it's going to be 5 years before I have to get a renewal. And because I will be under the age of 70, I hopefully will be able to just renew online, pay online, use the same photo, and be done with it. As long as there's nothing on my record of criminal offenses or some type of situation with my ID. So, yeah, that's that. Be prepared. Book ahead of time. Do everything you can online. Have an appointment. When you get there, go to the door and tell them you have an appointment. You don't have to wait in the line. And you will get through, from my appointment time to leaving out the door, it was about 35 minutes. So I can't imagine how long people are waiting if they don't have an appointment. They must be there for hours. It's crazy. So why anyone would not have an appointment is beyond me when it's so easy to do online. So that's it. I feel like I need some cupcakes or something. I need a muffin. I need some sugar. I need something sweet and delicious to get over the trauma. My little over dramatic, maybe. Oh, another thing. So 3 days before my license renewal, I cut my hair, I colored it so that 3 days later, all the staining would be gone and my hair wouldn't look freshly colored. And I think that was effective. I wore this shirt. I did have a t-shirt under it because it was a little chilly this morning, but I wore this because I wanted a solid color, just a blue solid color shirt to look kind of classic. And this look is not going to look dated or strange in many years to come. So this photo might have to last me a long time. So that's it. So yeah, introverts, socially anxious people, you can do it. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. And that's done for now. That's all.